Well, good evening, everybody. It is Friday evening, and while everybody's, you know, cleaning up and maybe putting on some fancier duds to go out for dinner, at least I think that's what some people do, or to the movies or whatever. I don't know. I can't afford to do any of it. I'm gardening. I should have gotten out here earlier, but my energy level is just extremely low. I did, however, this morning come out to, well, not this morning, about noon, kind of try to cover some of the squash. I only have a little bit of fabric, and then made sure that the squash was really well watered. Um, it's really not a watering issue. It's a row covering kind of thing, a shade cloth. I need a shade cloth. With the couple squash that are over here, um, I have a couple squash right there. I'm gonna go ahead. I hope you saw that. I don't know. Need to get my I need to get my camera out and see if it's an older camera, but it's still digital, and I need to see if I could work with that instead of just my phone. Phone's easiest, but and I don't have that many subscribers, and nobody's complaining, so you know, it's just this for a while. Anyhow, with those, because they're close, they're in pots, I can move them more into the shade. So I think my daughter is home, so I'm going to see if I can use her back, have her, her strength, have her move a couple of these a little under the crabapple tree a little bit. Nothing else needed watered over here. I'll look at the tomatoes. What I did do was I moved everything that I had over on the house. If you remember, I had all my seedlings over there. I moved the Italian parsley closer to the door, along with the kale, and then I'm going to just clean all of this up eventually. But it's just too hot over there for the seedlings, so all the seedlings ended up over here. Hey guys, there's not very many of them left. This is a blueberry that won't get planted until the fall when it's a little cooler, because I don't want the heat to kill it. And then I have a few seeds that I started over here, and there's more seeds inside. But what I am doing right now is I have some bean sprouts that I sprouted, and they need to go into some soil. And as you know, the beans are doing really well on the heat, and I thought I would use that to fill in my garden a little bit. I also got a really great, I used a little bit of money, I think I told you, to get some liquid fertilizer, so that came. This is the fish and kelp blend. I hope it's concentrated. Oh gosh, I didn't even read to see if it was. Okay, I did. It is. Okay, I thought I had. Okay, so 2 ounces per gallon. That'll be great because my tomatoes need it. Everything needs it, really. I also got some more coconut coir, and I found a seller and got a big thing of rice hulls. So excited about these. They are working out for me right now. And especially, I think I'm gonna get that for starting my seeds next year, because it acts a lot like vermiculite. Hey, what you doing? I don't know what the doggies are doing. I did mess around with part of their playground. I whitened something yesterday that I shouldn't have whitened. Anyway, so I'm going to be making some more soil. There's less here. I already filled up this container with my handy trowel, and I was thinking of taking this down to the bed, but I think down in the bed I'm gonna put some beans there, but I'm also gonna put a couple of these squashes. There's this stupid fly that just keeps landing on me. I'm not that dirty or sweaty yet, so here are all of some seeds that I sprouted. I know there's zucchini there. I remember I was doing zucchini yesterday. I got to get some of these videos up. I know that I'm 2 days behind. Sorry. There's also some other things that are sprouting in there. I forget what that is. But I have a lot of bean seeds and other squash in here, pumpkins. No pumpkins, just squash. I am going to be swimming in winter squash if I find room for all of them. Swimming, which will be good because I love squash and it stores really well. And because I wasn't doing very well with potatoes, onions, and carrots, at least I have squash, right? Okay. So, come with me. Well, there's definitely some purslane that's protecting that soil there. But I am definitely, okay, let's see here. Gonna have to weed too. But I can, oh, there's some squishy, so I can put some beans in here. What's going on here with you? Funny little bean. You look pretty sick. Okay. Well, I think one of the first things I'm gonna do, there needs to be, see, there's the plastic. I gotta get this. So this is planted on top of the plastic. Okay. I'm trying to cut as much of that plastic out that the previous folks put in. Let's see, where is it? It's not very far. This doesn't really look like good stuff, which is why you're not doing very well. Okay. Let's see, well, you're doing pretty good there. So there must be only a small patch. I wonder if I can cut some of this out, or if it would hurt me too much. All right, guys, well, it's drier than a bone right here. Really, really dry. More binderweed. More binderweed. Ouch. Let's see here. It goes down pretty good. It goes down pretty far, but it's still... Okay, dilemma. It also goes down to a dip right here. So I think what I'm going to do for this season is plant some beans right here. And because I have my beans. These beans are starting to get eaten over here. Yes, they are. They are starting, when they are dry. You guys were doing so good not getting eaten. And now you're getting eaten. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna spend some time cleaning up this bed right here with these beans. I'm gonna put some rice hulls around here. I'm gonna give them a good feeding, good water. And that should help them with getting some food as well. You're crunchy. Oh, everything's crunchy. Everything's crunchy. Okay. Well, let's see here. Where'd my trowel go? So, I think what I'm gonna do here is let's put in a few here. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I'll get rid of that. There's such a dip such a dip right here in the garden. I need to try to level it out a little bit better. Okay. Okay, so I think, okay, so I'm gonna dump some soil right in here. I think that will help immensely. So it's got some good stuff in it. I'm just gonna work it in. With the other stuff. That's very dry. I think what I'm going to do is go back and get the rice hulls before I plant those. And I think I might get something to sit on. Well, I don't know when it cut out. Anyway, what I did was I took my shovel, put some of these rice hulls down, and took my shovel, moved them around. Okay, so in here I've got my bee seeds that have gotten all dirty, which is fine. They're going on the ground. Hey, go down there, little fella. And I was just gonna I'm just gonna kind of willy-nilly throw these in. Trying to remember how to kind of space them out a little bit. Aren't they cute? These are yellow wax beans, and I have grown them actually right here before, and they've done great. This evidently is not getting very much water, so I'm going to definitely amend that issue. Let's see here. Let's pick you up. I'm going to put one right there. I might plant all of these together. Oh, right here. I'm gonna put, boy, this needs watered. This needs water terribly bad. More binderweed. Lovely. Let's see. Yes, I love these wax beans. They're yellow wax beans, and they do really well, or they have done really well. That one didn't sprout, so we'll put one really close next to it. And then we'll put a couple of these of just, let's see. Oh, they fell off. They fell. Let's see, where are you? Let's put some back here. There. There. I don't know where I am anymore. Okay. There we go. I think that'll work. Let's see here. I'm gonna leave that what's it called? Paper towel. I'm gonna leave that paper towel right in here to decompose. I might put it around. I might break it up and put it around a little bit. So, I think I might go ahead and just put this around the corn. This corn over here, it's not doing well. I don't know. The corn I put over in the island is doing okay, but the corn is not doing well here. So I'm gonna feed it and hope that helps. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more see, how are you guys doing? This is the cucumber. Get rid of the binder weed. I'm gonna put some rice hulls. Get rid of that. Good, you're doing really well. Let's see. I need to get. That is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna put some rice hulls all over here. There, to and then I'm gonna pick some of the leaves. You're doing pretty good. Just a few bugs. And let's get you to go up here. Okay, this should have not been planted there. Oh, I didn't know that was you, so I'll put you there. Okay. I'm gonna take this leaf. Ouch, fudge. Put you there. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm sweating. I need to sit down for a little bit. And then look at the color on these. This is the second time they've bloomed. I really didn't want that to happen because I have an elderberry bush that's in there, 2 of them, that need to be transplanted. So I'm just going to wait for these to die out. I love snapdragons. So when they dry out, I'm going to collect all their seeds and then gently try to take the elderberries out and then put them in the ground. Okay, I'm going to take a rest. Well, that's the view that I'm looking at right now. And I'm still hearing the hummingbirds. It's beautiful. I didn't take you with me, guys, because it was too hard to figure out how to put the camera, hold the camera on those stairs, and with all of that, it's just unsteady down there. Really unsteady. And I was sweating like crazy. And I needed my glasses, so. I did get quite a bit done, though. Isn't that pretty? So, yeah, sorry. It's just, it was just too crazy down there for me to be trying to film. I really need a tripod. I had to laugh when I bent down to, I don't know what I bent down for, but I was like, okay, here's my legs. I'm like, boy, you can really tell that I'm working because they're pretty banged up between bug bites, and I try to wear pants, you know. I cannot for the life of me wear a long sleeve shirt, and I cannot for the life of me wear long pants. I have worn a dress before. I don't know. Maybe if I had a long apron in the front. I really don't know. So I was able to plant quite a few beans in the garden. Add about 1, 2, 3 buckets of some compost, fresh, you know, it's like a soil compost, a whole bunch of different stuff in there. You've seen me mix that before. I'm actually trying to empty the wagon so I can kind of start some new stuff, because it's just some of the stuff in the bottom has been sitting for a while and I really wanted that out. So it's almost out. So I added that because I'm, you know, trying to level that off a little bit more. I mean, we are on kind of a slope, but it's also going to a retaining wall that's leaning, so kind of needing to be a little careful. I think my daughter and I have decided that on that retaining wall where I think we're going to go ahead and fill in with raspberries, a couple other different types of raspberries, and try to train this one because it's a little, it's invading the garden a little too much. So we need, but it does need thinned in the middle. I think that there's too many. It needs to be aired out. It needs the canes in the middle need to come out. I did some research on why the raspberries were so small. There were two suggestions. One was drought, severe drought, which we're in, and it did not get probably enough water throughout the winter. And well, a lot of the bushes and things didn't. And I should have watered during the winter when things were really bad and we weren't getting any snow. So I really think that's probably it. The other thing is that the canes are too close together, and it needs pruned, and it has been pruned, severely pruned, and because there's new shoots coming up where I don't want them, but I do think that it's too clumpy as well. So I think between making sure I water it this winter, and then if we have drought, if we don't get any snow, and thinning it out. But anyway, soil was added, amendments were added, beans were added. And then I went ahead and decided that bed, even though you can pretty much pick it up and move it, it's sturdy enough for this season. So I went ahead and took a couple buckets of soil of this stuff down there, and I planted there. I planted 5 Delecta squashes, and they have plenty of room to grow. And then right around the edges and down the hill, I put whatever beans I had left. I thought that would be fine because beans, I wasn't going to do that, but beans add a lot to the soil as well while they're growing, and then they add a lot of nitrogen into the soil. So that looks really good. And then what I did is just with the sticks and a lot of organic matter that I had that was just down there, anything that didn't have a sticker on it, I just kind of made a little half umbrella, because they're umbrella, so it would shade a little bit, but also stop things from falling down that hill a little bit. It'll all come down eventually, because that one bush tree thing, I need to try to identify it first, but it needs to come out. So that got done. Then I watered it. I watered all the things that needed watered. I have some beans left to succession plant in the raised bed, so there's some beans left there. I do have some sprouted zucchini left. I don't know what I'll do with that. Oh, I decided as I was watering the peach tree, because I think right by the compost, there's a couple things I want to get rid of over there that's just looking unsightly anyway, and I think I'll just go ahead and put, whatever I want to over there. There's some squash that can go around the tree. It's not budding or anything. None of the trees budded. They all look green. None of them are woody. So I think they're all going to be fine. Tomorrow, I'm going to feed everything. I've got my fish emulsion kelp, so I'm going to feed everything. Oh, holy smokes. I am thirsty, and I think I'm hungry. So I'm going to leave it to you here. Happy Friday. Hope everybody had a really good day. And I will try really hard to get everything uploaded on my Saturday. I do have to take my granddaughter. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything with her tomorrow. Good. So I will try to work really hard at getting everything uploaded tomorrow. Thank you. Give yourselves a hug. Give this earth a hug. Take care of yourselves and each other. And take care of this earth, because that's all we got. Bye-bye.